So welcome to part 5. How's it going, Aaron?
It's going great.
Do you remember anything that we've done up till now?
I was going through the Git diffs.
Nice.
So a little bit, yeah.
Sweet. I don't really remember. Oh, we set up the idea of broadcasting an update timer message with a number of ticks.
Yes.
But
yeah, so we got the gen server started, and it's handling a call of start timer, and it's setting the state internally. And so the thing that we were working on last time was getting the broadcast method accessible with inside of our gen server. So the whole import Pomodoro endpoint business and whatever. And so it's sending an update timer of 0 ticks. However, I don't believe that we're handling that just yet on the Phoenix side. I could be wrong. I don't know that we are.
I think you're wrong.
Great.
Yeah, on the Phoenix side, I think we're there.
For the Elm side, did I say Phoenix?
Yeah. On the Elm side, we are not there. No.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
So there is a Phoenix message. Oh, tick. Yeah. So we have a tick thing. Are we listing on update timer, or do we name it something else that we set tick to? Let's see. Yep. We called it tick. We should probably. I don't know. Do you have a preference between update timer or tick?
I think the update timer is the thing that sends ticks. Yes? I think that's kind
right.
of what we decided on.
Just to make sure. All right. I think we're good. So I saved that and nothing has yelled. I haven't heard anything. Oh, that's right. This one doesn't beep, right? It just shows something weird. My local will beep at me if it can't compile. Well, I think. Are we? This is. Where do we normally have our server running? Over here. Here. Okay. Cool. Sweet. All right. So. Yeah, right now we are broadcasting an update timer as soon as we get this start timer. But that's probably not the right thing to do there. I would prefer to do. Is it cool if I close this window over here?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I mapped :E to space PF.
You told me that.
Does that work?
Oh, there we go.
Sort of. It's not like exactly the Vimy thing that you're used to. It should somewhat help the muscle memory.
Sweet. Thanks, man. So yeah, let's try and get maybe our first tick kind of happening outside of here. So
you're talking about something that's like send after or something? Is that a thing? Or something after?
Yeah, there totally is. It's kind of, let me think. So we have an initial state with 0 ticks. We do a broadcast of update timer with ticks. Okay, so I think that we want to do a call, like an asynchronous call, kind of right here. Let's try it out. So if we do a gen server dot call to update timer, and I think that that's maybe all we need to do. And then let's def handle call update timer from we don't care about, and the only thing that we should care about is what is our ticks, I guess. This is a little bit weird. Why? Oh, we're sending it as a string there. Our state internally is just a symbol version. Okay, so we're going to do a call, and since these gen servers are kind of single-threaded internally, this should happen first. Our stash should update to that before it's able to handle this new message in the mailbox.
Mailbox, sure, certainly.
So I'm gonna start by doing this. Might as well ticks to start out with. And oops, did I get into the weird mode?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, honestly.
It happens because I try and background the Emacs process so I can run my tests. So Control Z apparently gets us inside of there.
X, okay, I'm getting there. And then that, and then Evo mode, and then
Undo.
No, we're not there just yet. There's one more. It's Alt M space Evo mode. Okay. I need to figure out the real way how to get out of that because that is freaking ridiculous. But and undo. Probably, yeah, there you go.
Cool. So leader TA. Variable topic is not used. Undefined function topic. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up saying topic. These are ticks.
No, that was a topic because we were saying broadcast.topic. So up there in your state, actually. There's no line numbers, but you see broadcast.topic in our handle call update timer.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make topic available as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And we probably don't need topic down in the other one is either.
Great.
Anymore. So we moved it.
Terminating undefined or private, if you mean call 2 or 3. Oh yeah. So we need self here. Should work. Update timer. Process attempted to call itself. I can't do that. Process dot send self. Yeah, so this, if I do it this way, it's not going to work like that. All right. Never mind. Apparently we can't. Well, let's try. So this becomes handle info.
Info is the one where you kind of define your own protocol now. Is that how that works? Like I remember there was handle call, handle cas, and handle info was like a separate thing.
It is definitely a separate thing. So it's what you get when you call this process.send. There's also like if you're observing other processes or something like that, you'll get info messages coming in. But they are, I guess I don't exactly know why you would want what semantics are different between call or cast, or I don't know if a message is call or cast, and I don't know why you would want info instead of the other. Process.send 3. Certainly don't give it the state. Elixir process send. This is probably a bad idea, and I should go back, but I'm interested in what's going on. Send. So that seems to be 2. Send self. That totally seems legit to me.
Oh, damn it.
Let's
option M. Option M space evil. Alt M space evil. Deal. There you go.
Thank you. Sorry. It's so much.
But you
my muscle memory.
Might have had to hit undo maybe one more time. Yeah.
Okay. This should totally work. I don't see anything from this process. Send to. Oh, is it? Okay. Sorry, I guess it's not on process. It's just like kernel level. Bad return value. Okay. So I'm assuming that this is like no reply. Okay, cool. So that actually works, which is all right.
Update timer still gets fired before the started. If that matters or not? Is that what you were trying to solve?
No, I just didn't want my recursion necessarily happening inside of start timer. I wanted another separate deal to do it. But yeah, how can you tell that it's processing in that?
Oh, I was just opening up the console on the app. And whenever you set start timer, you get update timer, and then you get response status started.
Okay. So we'll change
Probably
that. Well, I think the status is going to help us make some decisions about what happens inside of there. So yeah, let's. So there's a process dot send after. And we'll say that it is 1 second, which I think it's that. And we'll do something like this. But we obviously need to update our state here with what these ticks are. Ticks. So I guess this should happen before. Ticks, ticks are equal. I wonder if plus equal works. I don't think it does. Plus equal. Well, no. Yeah, plus equal 1. So that would update ticks. Let's see. And then we broadcast with the new number of ticks. And we go ahead and say, hey, in another second, give us another one.
Yeah, super nice about that.
919. Yeah, it is just that issue. No message matching that after 100 milliseconds, which makes sense because we take a second. So this is where it's like, can I do process.send after here and then update my state in the next go round? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this in, get our initial tick at 0, and then we're going to do this. So this will get us our second tick, and then we're going to undefined function ticks. Topic.
Get that out of state.
Need to stop saving. It seems like it would do that for me. Okay. So I kind of feel.
Hey, we got a thing that's ticking.
Sweet. I don't know exactly what this method should be called, but I'm going to do something called broadcast, which needs our state and our ticks. Yeah, so let's say topic.
Well, the only reason you're keeping the broadcast topic down there is just for test stuff.
I think that getting an initial tick at 0 is feedback of like I hit a thing is probably good to do without waiting for a second one to get. So yeah, it is kind of a text concern, but it's also
a little bit UXy.
Yeah. All right, so let's. Oh, I can't really name this. Well, I guess I can name it broadcast because it's 2. So I'll stick with that for a second. Process send after update timer. fix. Send after. I don't know how I ended up with 0 version there. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this becomes broadcast topic 0, and then broadcast topic text. Okay, so that's still good. I don't especially love this method being called broadcast, especially since we have a broadcast 3.
Oh, interesting. I reloaded and clicked start timer again, and it set off a new round of. It started the process up again, so there's like almost multiple loops going.
I don't think it's. Oh, I guess yeah. Totally. No, it couldn't have started the same process again, unless you were able to give it a new name. But right now, the name is just hard coded.
Yeah, so it's the same one. So
it's the same one. So if you hit start broadcast or start timer again, it is just going to do this one. So all it did was reset the state, I think, maybe. Well, I haven't explicitly. No.
It started down at 0, but it has 2 like loops of updating or process send afters, so they're kind of going in like a weird, like steppy kind of like more than quicker.
Interesting. Let me take a look at what things are looking like. Interesting. Yeah.
Basically, you can't start the timer until it's stopped, right? Like it has to be somewhat of a state machine, right? Like it's got to kind of have to guard some of these conditions.
Right. So the handle info. So we need to basically be able to do a stopped now, and so this this message thing will basically pattern match on what the status is, and if the status is initial, it should not continue to loop. Okay, so one thing I don't like about broadcast is it doesn't tell us that we're.
Or should it only match if the status is like running, and all other things it would call out?
Yeah, exactly. So right now, started is that status that should basically do it. So yeah, it might be worth us passing started to here as something that just has to match. Okay, so I want a new method name that is publish tick something.
Yeah.
Or how about update? Is this update timer maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, broadcast update timer. That's too much. I tend to have very long names.
Let's do broadcast timer. Cool. Sweet.
So one thing is our LMAP. We're getting ticks that are in like the 900 series, but my LMAP is only showing like 600. So we should probably Because I think it's just incrementing whenever it receives a number.
Yep, totally. So if I want to do that, I could use my :E, and this goes into web Elm app. Right, so this is, I'm gonna put this away for right now.
This is the JE value stuff.
Yeah, the JE value stuff that I've been avoiding. Elm JSON. My connection is not private. That's interesting. Okay, so somehow we kind of create structures for decoding these things. Combining decoders. Decode string int 42.
All right, yeah. I have this, and then I have, oh, where'd it go? This.
Chat message decoder. Okay. I mean, we can totally just copy pasta and see what.
So, and it
happens.
looks like on 83 we define a chat message as well. That is a user, like the signature of it.
Cool. So it looks like we need to import JSON.decode as or as JD.
And you have to change your JSON to the lowercase SON.
Okay. Right. So let's just call ours a decoder.
Text decoder?
Sure. B E Y B E P. Okay, so this right now this is a chat message, and our tick is in a JE value.
So go back to that example real quick, because I don't think that those are the same things. And maybe they are. I don't think that they are. But so like on line 83 of the example, it says like type alias chat message equals, and it shows you like basically what the structure of the JSON is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that that's different from what we defined as the tick.
All right.
I'm trying to, I want to see if that's true. There is. Yeah, see, we define receive chat message as the JE value. And so our equivalent would be like receive tick message JE value, maybe instead of just tick.
So tick itself is an integer. So just int. So okay, tick. INT, maybe, who knows? Chat message, tick message. Not find variable that. And that was the weird exposing thing at the top of this example, I think. Yeah. I don't know why I would cause that. Okay, so we probably don't have this, right? Tick decoder does not match the definition. The type annotation is saying JD tick message, but I'm inferring that the definition has this type. Oh, it's a, should that be over there? Look back at this example. Chat message decoder. First argument to function object 2 is causing a mismatch. It's expecting the first argument to be int a b. It is int tick message. So, no, does it?
Interesting.
So I'm a little bit surprised we don't have to install, well, I guess, oh, it's already inside a JSON. So maybe it's not surprising that we don't have to install JSON decode. What could we have in here? What does this mean? The first argument to function object 2 is causing a mismatch. Function object 2 is expecting the first argument to be an integer. So tick message.
There's like an object 1 and an object 2, and like there's different. Maybe object 1 is.
Well, that made things go away. So is it just the number of things that it expects to have?
Yeah. I mean, I can't quite understand this type signature thing a little bit, because object 1 is like A arrow to value, whereas object 2 is like A arrow to B, B arrow to value, and object 3 is like A to B to C to value. So I don't know what the purpose of that is. Oh, so yeah, because the example chat message had like two parameters.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So it seems like stuff is
and this goes
working
all the way up to object 8. So I guess it seems like, so you're basically specifying a decoder for each parameter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what it is. All right, it's weird. I guess you better not have more than 8 things.
Maybe they only document that many. So our timer is ticking.
Oh, it was ticking before. Is it ticking to the same number?
It's doing it.
Let me see.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. No, it was until you started ticking it.
Yeah.
So now we're.
That's just because we refreshed the page and everything was ticking at the same time, right? Like so. So we're not even doing anything with the message, right? Like down there, like we're not doing anything with tick message.
Sure. We totally should. So new time is going to be our object that we can call.
Yeah, look at line 132 of those examples, and you'll see that it comes in as raw, and then it runs through a case where it uses the decoder and decides whether it's a chat message or something else that doesn't make sense.
Gotcha. But ours, we kind of know that it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so chat message dot So we should be able to say. I don't really know how this works, but use our decoder here. What did we call it? Tick decoder. Yeah. Of new time. Who knows? Can we do stuff like this?
Isn't that supposed to be tick? Yeah, tick decoder.
Yeah. Ticks.
Super not stoked about that.
It's not a function, but you are giving it an argument.
Oh, so it's decode value. JD.decode value takes in a decoder and a raw message.
Decode value.
Capital V value.
Should I be calling this differently?
So maybe that thing returns a function and you call it with new time separately. Is that what the little arrows mean?
Which arrows?
When you hover over it, the type signatures. So hover over that decode, that red thing. Oh no, never mind. So JD tick message, is that like one function and then that returns like a new thing that you then call with JE value?
Well, it's like all kind of auto-queried. So it sounds like, though, maybe the thing that comes back is
Let me trace.
Does not necessarily have ticks on it based on the return value.
Hang on. All right, so let's kill this dude. Let's replace that guy. Let's do this. Oops. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try and do our case business. I guess it is. Yeah. It is nice that we can do inside of our larger case statements. You can do let's and whatnot. So I highlight and tab. It's kind of crazy, but I can do it. All right, so that should match up. That should match up.
So we just keep that stuff down there while we get this stuff.
Okay. So if we have a chat message, then it's kind of this middle part goes inside of here. Right. And then this elapsed time becomes chat message dot ticks, which for us is what?
Tick message, or this would be update timer.
We'll just call it message dot ticks. Okay, so message decode. So this is going to be ticks decoder. And I'm just saying something like that. Okay, if our model state is that, then we do none. I don't know what's up with that red line. Else, we're going to get our message from our ticks. We don't care.
Probably want to kill that line.
These,
and I suppose we probably want to. Yeah.
yep. Should look like that.
Oh, do we say tick up in our type definition instead of ticks?
So, all right, I'm guessing.
Also, it looks like there was 2 places up there. If you go back, on up, right there.
Sweet.
Space SC.
What's space SC do?
Space search clear.
Oh. All right, so I'm still getting ticks.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
Reload. Starting a timer. What's your ticks on?
Mine are on the same as yours because I see you restart it.
Okay, there you go. So the ticks keep starting at 0, but is that the ticks that are coming from the? Why don't you? Okay, now you start. Are you going?
So I'm gonna reset and then start.
And I'm gonna start. Oh, sweet, caught up. Well, yeah.
Cool. We have a synced timer between us. All right. So now we should send some messages for like pause, maybe, like allow that to do the same thing. So we have a request start timer. So let's copy all this junk.
Oh, join should send down the initial state of the app, right? So for instance, like if you start your timer on your side and it's ticking, when I reload my browser, it should not show me a start timer button. It should just drop right into the thing.
Yep, totally. So that's we're gonna have to handle that with flags.
Flags.
Yeah, flags are kind of how you pass in outside state into your outside context, kind of on boot up to an Elm app.
Oh, so it's not something. So the join thing that we do up in the init can't just like say on OK. Like.
Oh, I guess it probably could. I mean, since we're doing it. So join channel Phoenix. So
although that might be different because the other thing we were doing is a push down lower, and that's the thing that we could say on OK to. So maybe it doesn't work like how I think it might. Oh no, there's on join. Line 145 of the.
Cool. I guess the thing is, though, we need to know what the state is on join.
Right. That looks like it's like a local action thing. That looks like it's not a on the receiving of joining the room kind of deal.
So show joined message. I mean, it does get a channel name. Yeah, I think we should be able to get it. All right, so I will copy this 145. Does that seem like what we should try and work on now instead of the pause? We have like 15 minutes.
I mean, I would say so. I mean, unless we can knock out pause quicker is the only difference, I would say.
Cool. Show join message always.
I'm gonna try to find the real docs of this.
So yeah, let's there's, I think it is possible to do that. Let's not do that because it's going to take us way more time than what we have left. And pause, I think that we can kind of go end to end, and it might be neat to get that implemented real quick. So request pause, payload is nothing, push pause timer to there. Okay, we're going to pause timer, and that should basically be it. So request pause needs to be in here. Phoenix push, okay.
Pause timer needs to take a status.
What's that?
Pause timer needs to take a status. Down there. Down.
Oh.
Whoops.
Cool. And that needs to
be to there. Was it
one more done? Yeah. Cool.
Something is mad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, request pause.
No more fly check errors.
Sweet. All right, so colon E.
Right there. Underneath. Second.
Oh. So we're gonna handle in a pause timer. And we'll say gen server dot cast to or I guess we can use some kind of public interface for it. Pomodoro dot timer dot pause. And then this, so start timer.
Terms of status.
Yeah.
Which pause should do the same.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna just copy. All right. So start timer. Pause timer. And you don't want to broadcast anything from it. Status paused. Right. Okay. So the other thing is
broadcast timer should take status and pattern match on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think probably we should just send the state there in the future. But so this is going to be started. Sorry, not that. Something like that. So I'm going to start my timer. 3, pause. And I don't hear any more messages.
And if you start again, does it pick back up? Or the resume? I guess we don't have resume, so never mind.
Oh, pause. Pause should, if we're already paused, it should kind of do the opposite, right? So pause timer shouldn't always set the state to pause. So status. Started. Status. Paused. So this becomes, oops, started. And we want to do our broadcast timer again.
Mm-hmm. So we want to send it what the current ticks are, right?
Yep. Is this my, yes. Payload error unmatched topic. Status error response. Unmatched topic. Pause. Resume. Yeah. It might be worth looking at what's happening in Elixir. I'm assuming I'm getting function, Pomodoro, timer, pause timer is undefined or private. Pause timer 1. Oh. Never did that. It's kind of strange. Did it seem to work ever? Pause timer. Oh, no, that makes
Was it the Elm stuff that was working for us?
Mm-hmm. We had that conditional in there, which maybe we don't have to anymore. All right, I'm gonna start over here. Start timer, 2, pause timer, start timer, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Let me go to whirl, see what we get here. So start timer. Ticks starting at 12. I can pause it. 1, 2, 3. Started. Picks up at 17, 18, 19.
Sweet. Sounds good. So next time we'll be kind of making sure the on join stuff kind of gets everybody in the right state to begin with. And then we pretty much have a timer. We haven't done any of the logic of like, okay, after 25 minutes, like this should happen, or after this amount of time,
True.
a 5-minute break happens. So maybe 1 or 2 more of these. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is really good. We're communicating on the web.
Yeah, and I don't think we really didn't hit any kind. I mean, this was just straight coding. Like we didn't really snag on any really dumb stuff.
Yep. I totally didn't write tests for the pause stuff, and I totally should have.
Go fill those in.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been pretty good. All right. So this is part 5. See you again in another couple of days.
5 of N.
Yeah, 5 of more than I hoped. Cool. All right. Later.